Breaking news. See what Obasanjo said. Obasanjo rejects the presidency of Atiku. The presidency, Obasanjo moves against Atiku's presidency, says this is the worst person ever. Don't forget that Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku worked together. And at some point, he mentioned that the money Atiku stole, okay, the money Atiku stole could feed a lot of people. I'm not talking about just 2,000 people, a lot of people. And this is what Olusegun Obasanjo is saying. He says, is this the man who has won to become president under the People Democratic Party? Some other people have been asking, but you refuse to support anybody. You refuse to, stand with anybody and ensure that such an individual, get the position. You never really did anything particular. Well, this is what Olusegun Obasanjo is saying. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Obasanjo moves against Atiku's presidency for 2023. Says he's the worst man ever. There are strong indications that the outcome of last Saturday's presidential primary election of the opposition People Democratic Party may not have met the expectations of some prominent leaders in the South Nigeria, including former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. New Telegraph reports that a former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was declared winner of the just concluded primaries of the People Democratic Party after polling 371 votes to defeat his closest rival and governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, who gained 237 votes. Impeccable sources who spoke to New Telegraph on the condition of anonymity said that as an unpatriotic and disturbed leader, Olusegun Obasanjo says what has happened is totally unnecessary and would not accept it at all. Obasanjo feels strongly that the 2023 presidency should be zoned to the South. In the interest of equality, justice, and fairness, it was learned that the foremost nationalist may have concluded plans to throw his weight behind the presidential candidacy of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, who was, until his resignation from the People Democratic Party, a front-line presidential hopeful on the platform of the main opposition party. Let me inform you that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo possibly supports for Peter Obi is bent out of patriotism and the need to balance equality and justice, considering that Nigeria needs to be sorted out so everyone is happy. One of the sources said further investigation revealed that the former governor of Cross River State, name withheld, was being detailed to support Peter Obi, who proved record of achievement as governor of Anambra State, coupled with his business sense, have continued to appeal to the former leader of the country. On May 29, former President Olusegun Obasanjo expressed unhappiness about the outcome of the presidential primaries of the People Democratic Party. He was allegedly commissioned former governor of Cross River State to draw the process to support a southern candidate, and his heart and mind, his preferred candidate was Peter Obi. As a matter of fact, the former governor is under instruction to bring Peter Obi and many aggrieved People Democratic Party stewards and interest group together. He assured of his total commitment to the project to ensure the realization of the presidency of the southern region for the sake of equality, fairness. The former president said he was traveling outside the country and that when he returned, he will meet with all members, including the ex-Anambra State governor, before he came back. Obi welcomed the Ogbe welcomed the process support and promised the former president of his commitment to the unity, peace, and progress of the country. On another source spoke in similar vein. Meanwhile, pressure seemed to be mounting on the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, to contest the outcome of last week primaries. Plans have been perfected to instigate Wike to challenge the result of that primaries in court. As Atiku Abubakar, what happened looked like a game plan. So, my wonderful people, this is what is happening right now. Olusegun Obasanjo preferred candidate was Peter Obi. However, Peter Obi left and joined the Labour Party, okay, because of these things he was seeing. Last minute to election, we saw that Sokoto State Governor, Sokoto State Governor all of a sudden woke up one morning just before the election will start and gave all his support, okay? He gave all his support straight on to Atiku. So this is what has happened, and you can see for yourself why, former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, is not happy. His own preferred candidate was Peter Obi, according to sources we are hearing. But Peter Obi, knowing what could possibly happen, has, pitched his net somewhere else. Hence, you can see that Peter Obi, is already the presidential candidate of Labour Party. Now, the onions lies with Nigerians because, the People Democratic, the Progressive Congress is yet to have a presidential candidate. Yes, we're still waiting for APC to have their presidential candidate. However, the People Democratic Party have had their candidate, and Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is saying these things that are going on is not right. He's not comfortable or happy. Both of them work together. He was the one who accused with his own mouth by his own self. He was the one who accused, Olusegun Obasanjo that the guy stole so much. He accused him himself. And guess what? No EFCC there goes near Atiku Abubakar. Even after the former president accused him of stealing such, nobody there goes there. Not a single person. Not a single person. You see, so these are possibilities of our time and things that are going on. You'll be shocked and surprised some of the things that are really happening today. So, my wonderful people, it is becoming, a real point for concern. Olusegun Obasanjo, like we are hearing, reliable sources are telling us that he's not happy with the outcome, and the person of Wike is being instigated to say, you know what, you need to challenge that result. That result does not look like what represents fairness. What happened? The last minute, just before election will commence, guess what? We just saw that the governor of Sokoto State just dropped out and gave all his support. And Wike is being asked now. Some people are saying, why not contest the result? Although himself and Atiku seem to have pallied up, and Atiku is appealing to all that they should work together to ensure they win the presidency. However, these things, and it's not a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park. So there are real issues and matters ongoing, and unless God really help this country, I don't know how we're going to sort things out. There are a lot of misguided, approach towards things. Okay, so much things going on. So my wonderful people, even if Olusegun Obasanjo said he wanted to sort out the matter, he went and he returned. How come? He went before he returned. Look at what has happened. Look at what has happened. Look at what has happened. So these are things that are going on, and then we need to all stand together as one so that at the end of the day, Nigeria can move forward. It's important. It's important because if we don't stand for what is truth and right, we may have another Buhari, which we don't want. It's bad. One Buhari is bad enough. So we just be at the end of the whole game. Bye for now.